Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Kentucky Good Vibes. I'm your host, DISHAYNA Perkins, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Mr. LJ Bryant of Art of Balance 23s. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I am an artist, writer, and designer. It's actually Air Force veteran as well. I was born in Jeffersonville, Indiana, but raised on the north side of Lexington. Of course, Bryant Station, class 97. So it's
Okay,
good.
Station Defenders. Okay. Okay. So tell us how you guys start with the Art of Balance and all the arts and creative works that you do.
Well, I've been drawing since I was probably about five. Um,
Mhm.
and then, of course, kind of continued that through high school. But after high school, I didn't really know how to monetize my talent. So I decided to go to the Air Force, join the Air Force. I was in the Air Force for about 8 years. Did tours overseas, Iraq, Afghanistan, was in Korea for a year.
Mhm.
And, after all of that, after, serving wartime situations and things like that, kind of needed an
Okay.
outlet for my talents and for I guess for my stresses, the things that I had to endure being in the Air Force.
Yeah. Thank
So
you for your service.
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So who are some of your favorite artists or who inspired you like growing up?
Well, honestly, uh, probably my inspiration was Aaron McGruder, the creator of the Boondocks.
Okay.
That was kind of where I learned to piece everything together.
Hmm.
I know he was telling some amazing stories with his characters, and like I enjoyed everything he was doing, and he was kind of bringing things to the surface that that happens within our community, but we don't pay a lot of attention to. So that was my inspiration. In particular, a an episode called Stinkmeaner Strikes Back,
Hmm.
where Colonel Stinkmeaner, he was a crazy old blind man, got in a fight with Granddad and ended up dying. But in this episode, he kind of he explored the spirituality, and the main character, of course, Huey, was talking about how he was explaining his dreams and how his dreams were shaping his reality. So that's kind of what got me into it and what made me want to start telling my stories through my art.
Okay, okay. So, did you start doing art in middle school, high school, elementary?
I was probably about 5 years old. My father owned a computer store on New Circle Road when I was a kid, and I used to have to catch the bus to his job after school. So I would look at little comic books, Garfield comic books, Sunday comics, and I would be in there sitting in the back just drawing and creating, doing my thing while he was up front. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Do you consider yourself as like a professional artist or just it's a hobby for you?
absolutely. I know I sold my first piece in high school. It was a portrait of Chris Tucker, like a still shot from Friday. I saw that in high school, and that's kind of what gave me like a little boost of confidence. But
Hmm.
again, I still didn't realize how I was going to monetize that. So um, I guess I turned professional after the military. I started doing portraits of people, drawing portraits of passed away loved ones and family members and things like that. And I kind of started from there, and that was where my professional career kind of took off.
Okay. And what materials do you use to like create your arts? I see some in the back.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's just a canvas right here. I like to start on black canvases because I like to work from the negative
Mhm.
aspect of it and then add the light. So it's metaphorical for me too as well. So we all come from darkness and we add light to whatever situations that we come to. So yeah, I mean anything from construction paper, canvases. I've done a couple murals. But yeah, anything I can get my hands on, I mean, I can turn into art. So
Okay, okay. So have you been
even my
featured in
clothes.
what you say?
I said even my clothing line is all my art.
Okay.
So
That's your clothing line there?
it
And what's
is.
the
It is.
YOTD stand for?
YOTD stands for Year of the Dragon. And so it's part of the Chinese zodiac. And
Mhm.
this year, 2020, 2024 is the Year of the Dragon. and it
Okay.
happens every 12 years, and it stands for power and nobility.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. So how's that going? Like you just started it or has it
Well,
been going?
I started running it this year.
Okay.
Just just for the year of the dragon. So this is kind of exclusive. I'll probably stop making it after this year, but I'll keep selling the products, but I won't make any more after this year. So everything that is purchased now is from the year 2024, year of the dragon.
Okay. Okay. So have you been featured in any art exhibits like locally or, out of town or?
Absolutely. I did my first art show in at a venue called Boulevard 3 in Hollywood, California.
Oh,
That was
nice.
in 2017. It's my very first show. Of course, I was really nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but it went really, really well. Met a lot of people and got a lot of good experiences. I've shown at the Mercury Ballroom for exhibits twice. And I've done a couple of exhibits at Roots 101 Museum here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. Okay. How much does a piece usually go for? Like small, medium, large pieces?
It all depends. My smallest that I go is 11 by 14. I usually reserve those for like family portraits. Or I try to keep it to a minimum of two people for that size because of the detail that it requires. They always look better when they're bigger. But I start at $200 and range from 200 to anywhere to $8,000, depending on the size of the piece and the time that I put into the piece. So.
Okay. So if you could collaborate with any artist around the world, dead or alive, who would it be? Like if you could create your own art exhibit,
Right.
that brought a
Hmm.
smile to your face.
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I've never thought about that. Um, I mean, I would say probably somebody like Kanye, because I like what he does. I mean, I know Kanye is a musician, but his message and the things that he brings to light are extremely important to me. And I think that I could probably put together a good art show, kind of with him as the focus, or what he's done as the focus.
Okay. Any other artists?
Hmm. Mm, maybe a couple clothing lines
Okay.
that I wouldn't mind designing for. That's always fun. That's one of my passions as well.
Mhm.
Kind of laying out t-shirt designs and hoodie designs and things like that.
Okay. Does your art symbolize a specific message when you're creating it? Like, does it just come to you and say, okay, this is gonna be a message for these type of people or this group of people or whatever?
Well, it's usually what I'm going through at the time, and
Mhm.
I know that I'm not going through the things that I'm going through by myself. And there's
Mhm.
always somebody else that I can that I can share my story with, and they can get something from that. So the focus of my art is to bring things that are happening in our subconscious to light.
Mhm.
That way we can recognize behavior patterns and certain emotional things that we have going on dormant inside. And I like to think that my artwork kind of brings those things to attention, so that we can either get the help that we need, or we can go harder on what we love. So that the whole point of everything I do, like I said, is to bring light to something going on in the hidden realm, in the hidden parts of our minds.
Okay. Okay. So, experience wise, have you considered touring your art like around the
Oh,
world, or are you just,
absolutely. I mean, like I said, I've traveled, I've done shows in different cities, different areas. So yeah, I vend at events. I plan on vending at I can't think of what the event's called, but there's some stuff going on in Cincinnati that I want to
Mhm.
do. I want to get into the Museum of Art in Cincinnati. I want to have a couple of pieces in there. I have a few pieces around local galleries now. Presley Post, have some stuff up there. I had some stuff. I'm in and out of a Luray Gallery, and that's downtown Louisville. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But I rotate. I visit different galleries, and I'll leave my work up in there for a while. Usually like a 3-month rotation. I plan on doing my own solo show, and I want to do that actually in Lexington. I want
Okay.
to plan that and have a whole exhibit and kind of walk everybody through my story.
Okay. And when do you plan to do that?
I'm looking at December time frame.
Okay.
So yeah,
Ooh, we'll probably have to collaborate.
absolutely.
Like
That would be
seriously.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's something that you would tell your younger self that you didn't know back then?
Oh, start your graphic novel now. I
Hmm.
would encourage myself because when I was younger, I didn't really know, like I said, I didn't know how to monetize my talent. And I wasn't thinking about, video game design, comic books, character ideations. I mean, there's thousands of different avenues to take with art. And back then, I guess I didn't have anybody in my corner to be, to guide me through that. But I
Hmm.
would definitely go back and say, hey, start now, start polishing your gifts now, get the fundamentals, and
Okay.
then, take it from there and build off of that.
And what about your future self?
But my future self, that's another good question. Hmm, future self, what would I tell my future self? I don't know. Live it up. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, just be. Don't try so hard. Just be yourself and live. Live
Hmm.
the life you want to live, and express gratitude. Just never forget to express gratitude.
Okay, okay. So is there anything else that you would like to add before we finish up?
Well, I have a vendor event at the Legacy Festival, and that is September 21st. That is here downtown Louisville. Um, so I have that coming up, and I think that's the only show I have coming up, but definitely keep an eye out for my graphic novel. I will be releasing that in 2025. Graphic novel and the website. My website is artofbalance23s.com. And then also you can follow me on IG, Facebook, and TikTok at Art of Balance 23S.
All right. Well, thank you for interviewing with me here at Kentucky Good Vibe.
Thank you for having me.
And we went to school together, so I had to get you on
Right.
the show. Okay. Well, it was good chatting with you and catching up, and I'll follow up with you soon.
Absolutely. Talk to you
All right.
soon.
Thank you.